When you smash a bad bitch, you get insecure, and I think that's what happened to him. Because he realized that a bad bitch likes you like in the moment.
Yeah.
And then when that moment passed, that bad bitch is gonna do what bad bitches do.
What's good, mi gente? I'm Sasha Merci.
And I'm Sepulveda.
And I'm Erik Rivera.
Welcome to 3Gs in the Pod. And in this episode, we have the very dope, the one and only Clayton Thomas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
we got so much to talk about that's happening right now that I'm so excited to like tackle because we all going through it right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir,
man.
man.
Business out there. What do you mean we all going through it?
We all, I mean, as entertainers, are you kidding me? With the strikes that are happening.
Yeah. All right.
Too rich?
I thought you were throwing our business out there.
Nah,
Yes, sir.
We all going through it.
I feel like, I'm excited. I feel like it's so funny. Like, we have history of like, when I was starting up, I felt like I was, this feels like I was the freshman and you were the senior when I was coming in. I was at the Laugh Factory and they were going to give me that 5-minute spot. And then they gave it to somebody else. They're like, you just come next week. And I'm like, okay, cool. Not you. They just told me, just come next week. We'll get you next week. I was like, cool. And then, thank God, because the guy did terrible. And I seen you roast this motherfucker so bad that I was like, thank God I didn't go up. And you were just, and it was one of those like, when you got everybody, it was cool. But then you're like, nah. And here's the thing with that. And then boom, 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 boom. And like the way he said it with confidence, like, yo. And I'm like, just roasting him. And then
your memory is impeccable.
Yeah, I remember you were going so hard that they were like, the guy that was going to go up said, oh, keep going, like take my time. You roast him for his other 10 minutes. And then you brought the other guy up. And I remember going, God damn.
I started roasting comedians, but I always wanted to be the guy that would make fun of somebody and we could laugh together.
Yes.
Right.
As opposed to me making fun of you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, man, your memory is incredible.
I traumatized me, man. I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna forget that shit. That shit was wild. I remember I drove home. I felt like I got roasted on. I felt so like, damn. It was just like, yo, that guy. That's because you see, that's the thing. And I'm being an old head right now. This is what I hate about these new guys.
Yeah.
Right? They just go up there and they just bomb like, yeah, it's whatever. To me, it was like, yo, you made me. I guess your generation made me feel like if you coming on this stage,
hold on. I don't like how you aged Clayton. Your generation.
Yeah.
Hold on. We all.
I don't know what that means.
We're all about the same age. Jesus, stop that.
Cause listen, I was the youngest one out here, and my back hurting now. Anyways, but the point is that you guys made me feel like if you come here, you gotta come correct.
Yeah.
Come here to hit. Don't come here to just try things out.
Yeah.
And find yourself like, come here to work.
Because when you're in LA, man, this is still a showcase city. Like beyond, we're all able to create from the internet anywhere in the world now, but LA is still a showcase city. This is where you come, where people are gonna find you and be able to say that person is funny. So when I see comedians in LA just going up and just being like, oh, whatever, I'm like, dude, do you know this is an opportunity that people would kill for to be on a stage and people to just be, bullshitting? It's crazy.
And could it be also like, do we see that because we're coming from another city to LA? Right. Because I've noticed some people that are from LA just feel like, I'll get them next time. And it's like, for us, it's like,
ain't no next time.
Maybe we're fighting the clock because we're trying to come back home. We're trying to help everybody back out. And it's like, we don't have time to waste. And
Bro, I was supposed to be home. I was supposed to be back
That's
home.
That's funny. When were we supposed to be home?
12 years ago
That's
in my
hilarious.
mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was supposed to come out into LA
So-
for like 2 years and be gone.
So what do you mean by that? Do you mean like that you were planning to do your set and then like land something big and then be like, yo, I'm cashing in and going back home?
Yeah, I when I got here, so I moved to LA when I was 21. I'm 37 now. And you couldn't tell me that I wouldn't have been a millionaire in a year, because in my mind, I was like, all right, great. I'm gonna go out there. People gonna see me. They're gonna see how funny I am. And then I'm gonna be on and I can just go back to Detroit.
I love hearing the young comics, their game plan. Like, listen, I'm a Comedy Central special in 6 months. And then I'm gonna hit HBO, boom, at the end of the year. And then boom, it's off. And you're like, okay, dude.
That's the funny thing, because that was like my thought too. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get a TV show, and then, oh my God, I'm gonna go back home. And like 5 years later, I'm still here.
You know what's crazy though? When you came, oh my God, first of all, me even knowing about you, you were already a star in my mind. Because I was like, and not even just mine, I just saw like Deadline articles of you posting, oh, this show's coming. I was like, yo, who? How?
How?
Just amazing. And then when you were like, I've been out LA for, I'm like, yo, you've always been like
heavy hitter.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well,
That's so funny.
I really do appreciate that because, like, I didn't, I started off on social media, right? And social media, the reality of it is that I'm talking to myself on my phone. So getting on stage and learning what you guys already knew, I always, when I approached stand-up comedy and I knew what it was, I just always was like, I am not, like, I'm good, but I'm not. I knew how to give respects. Unlike a lot of social media influencers that are like, well, how many people know me?
Right.
You know how many people know I am? And it's just like, that's why to this day, you see, I don't want to say motherfuckers, but all right, whatever. You see motherfuckers who have millions and millions and millions of followers trying to get some stage time.
Yeah.
And they are the same people that go on and then they just bomb and they go, well, I can get them next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there is like, I always try to give the respect. I always give the respect that I need to give for stand-up comedy because it is not easy. You're dealing with so many variables that can change while you're on stage.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I've seen Erik handle it very well. I've seen you, like, everybody talks about don't sit down, don't sit down, because, or whatever it is that, it feels like, oh, you're not respecting the audience or stuff like that. But then when you do it, you crush it every time. Yeah. And you too. Like, I've seen all of you just go on stage and just really doesn't matter who is in front of you guys, you crush it.
Right.
Right.
So, and I'm still learning so much from you guys and seeing that and being like, oh, that is definitely, like, I can write, but there's also how to be present, how to be on stage. And like how you were finding your voice of like something that irritates you makes you funnier. With me, it's like, if I feel like my world is ending, that's what makes me funnier.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, I have nothing to lose, baby.
Yeah.
Like, what are you?
That
and
toxic
that's
life.
when I start like finding my voice in that.
You're
aspect.
a phoenix. I know you probably don't even follow us because I'm a DC guy more than a Marvel dude. But in Marvel Comics, there's a character named Jean Grey, and she is also the Phoenix. When she goes into like this state of almost psychosis or something that's happened for her to break, she turns into this Phoenix, and Phoenix is the most powerful mutant of all time. Yeah. And when I see you on that stage, whenever you're going through something and you just be like, fuck it, this is what's up.
Yeah, it's a completely different person.
My God.
But I'm learning that. I didn't know that. Like, I would go on and be like, hey, guys. And then it was like recent where I'm like, yo, my life is over. And I'm just like approaching it from that angle, and everyone's like, "This fucking bitch is
hilarious."
It's the best.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
And there was one time that I was like making a joke, nobody was laughing, so I turned around and I was like talking to the wall, and I was like, "Why am I doing this?"
Too.
Why?
Yeah, nowadays I just feel like things are changing. Like,
everything is changing.
I have like, I'm like envious of these new guys coming up because I'm like, the fact that y'all can bomb and everything is okay.
Everything's
good.
I'm like, I remember
because they have
when
money.
I bombed, I wanted to go straight home. Now people are bombing at the comedy clubs and hanging out. I'm like, why are you here? Go in your car and cry. Like we all did.
I started in New York. If you bombed and you stuck around at the club, they wouldn't let you go of that bomb.
That's what I'm saying.
I would leave. I'm going to go home. I'm going home.
So funny.
That car ride home or that train ride home is the worst ride because you just like, man, those candles were too loud. Like, you're trying to come up with a reason why you bombed.
I'm telling you.
It's because they didn't have it in second drinks.
So
like, you're trying to find a reason why you bombed.
Yo, when I was in Crack 'em Up Thursdays, dude, in that room, you guys were all just like, hey, before the show started, everybody was cool. Everyone was having a good time. And when the guy bombed, he never went back in that room. He just like went home, and I was just like, you did the right thing. And
but you know what? It's like, this is what I learned, man. When you bomb, you got to stay. And this is why you got to stay. Yeah. Even if they roasting you or whatever.
They respect you more, for sure.
Yeah, they respect you more because it's so easy to just get in the car and go home. Because we all want to leave. You don't think I wanted to leave every bomb?
Yeah.
But it's like, you be like, man, let me stay. But I don't like the comedians that stay. And then they be like, yeah, man, I probably should have. You be like, hey, we're not going to talk about your set. Just sit here and be uncomfortable.
Be uncomfortable.
And we go from there.
I remember.
And I feel like it's a rule that, it's a rule that they do not add to any jokes.
No.
Like, you just sit there and chill. Every time they try to add and roast somebody else, like, nah, you're done. You're done for the night. You can stay, but you're done.
Dude, I did a road gig with Robert Kelly. Yeah. Like, he used to take me on the road with him. And I remember we did this club, and I was opening for him. I bombed. I'm bombing like hard. Like I could feel the sweat. You know when you start feeling the sweat forming in your head coming? Yeah. I'm bombing. Yes. Dude. So then I was like, I'm trying just to bring up. They finally give me like, I'm gonna bring up a headline about. I bring him up. I do the handshake, and he just holds my hand. He goes, no. You're gonna sit in the back,
Damn.
and I want you to watch the show.
Damn.
I want
That's
you
a
to
real
sit
one.
in this bomb.
Damn.
And I sat there because I was like, he's never gonna have me open for him. And I just watched him just destroy this crowd. So for him, it was like, no, you're not gonna make excuses and blame the crowd. I want you to see
that it was you.
it was you.
Yeah.
And then that car ride home, he's like,
yeah.
how that feel? And I was like,
Yes.
man, it's just you've been doing
Yes.
this longer. And he's like, no.
I love those headliners.
Sit in it. I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for more to talk about. So
Yes.
we'll be back. And when we get back from these commercial breaks, we're going to talk about white people problems.
Yes, sir. I'm glad. I'm waiting for
White.
this. Did you see that Jonah Hill text? The DM that he sent his girl?
I really appreciate that he did do that because honestly, you got to see crazy off bat. And we're back. Okay, we're back,
sir.
and we're gonna be talking about white people problems.
One of my favorite segments.
Yeah,
White
woo.
people problems. We
Really?
should have a theme
I mean,
song.
you're around them all the time.
White.
Eric just stays. He
You-
got
you
the
look-
white
you
man
got the little
posture.
white- yeah, exactly.
He's got the zesty.
This is so
look.
zesty.
What does that even mean, dude?
Yo, here's King Zest over here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm telling you right now.
King
dude.
Zest.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Why are you coming at me like this?
I had to. I
Who
had to.
hurt
I'm
you?
sorry.
So the CEO Bob Iger said that the writers and actors union going on a strike in Hollywood are not being realistic with their expectations. Let me tell you something, mother. Anyway.
What is their expectations? What are they asking for?
They just want fair compensation.
Yeah, fair compensation.
A lot of these dudes
I thought
can't pay their rent.
Am I tripping? But like, I always felt like writers were always making money.
No.
Like,
Oh,
like
right.
in the game, I'm like, we were always not eating, and writers were always eating.
Well,
like, you know
network
what I mean?
writers,
Network,
network
yeah.
writers
Right.
always
But not streaming writers.
not stream, and that's the thing. The streaming.
Oh, really?
Streaming took over in I want to say 2013 as far as what was the Orange is the New Black was
Yeah.
like
New
the
Black,
first series
House of
that
Cards,
popped.
yeah.
House of Cards, and when streaming took over, their contracts were very different because they could give you ultra SAG low budget, which meant you're getting peanuts, or your residuals aren't set up because this is a new thing. It wasn't like network or anything.
Right.
So streaming was so new that now people are like, yo, man, I got a hit show on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and I'm not making the money that you would think that I'm making from this hit. Let's renegotiate these contracts.
Gotcha.
So that's what's going on with everybody. Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is that the networks are sticking with the streamers. Instead of like having the streamers have it figured out themselves, because then you can really alienate them in a way where like, fine, then we won't work with streaming services anymore.
Right.
We'll just work with networks, you know? But it just seems like they're sticking together as a conglomerate and they're not trying to find a happy medium. Another thing that really pisses me off is that now, and you know, Netflix is saying like, oh, you know, they had that contract where it's kind of like, oh, we'll pay you peanuts because we're a streaming service and we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow, right? You've been here long enough and you are putting commercials now. So what's the problem? What's the problem? You got commercials now. What's the problem? Pay them.
You got ad money and
Yes.
subscription money.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
And you know, like there's a lot of projects, there's certain projects that I've done where I've, you know, done stuff and I don't even get residuals for it. You know what I mean? And it's just like as a creator, how do you live off that?
Right.
And I think that, you know, one thing that I do commend is that the actors and the writers are sticking together.
Yeah.
And hopefully there is a common ground where there is protection for actors and writers. If you're not protesting, you should start.
And perpetuity is a crazy word.
1,000%. Because social media is already a wild, wild west. It's already a wild, wild
Can we
west.
stop right here real quick? Somebody explain perpetuity.
Yeah,
to
because
he
y'all
looked
just-
lost, and then he repeated it. He said perpetuity.
Let me tell you something. I hit
He's gonna use that
let me
shit
tell you
today in
something.
a sentence and not know what it means.
Thank you, Zesty King. Let me tell you something right now.
Zesty
I hit-
How was right today, baby? It
let me
was
tell you something.
perpetuity.
At 13, I hit perpetuity. So you know what I mean? I'm letting you know right now, I ain't got that problem.
He looked lost, and then he repeated it. That's what it gave it. He said,
Perpetuity. Well, I was like, how can I use that in a sentence?
Perpetuity is forever, right?
Forever?
So if I hire you, so picture it like this. Hey man, do this comedy show for me. You're like, all right, bet. Here's the rate we negotiate. You're like, oh, I'm cool. This is
Right.
great.
Okay.
You sign a release form, but on that release form, I can use this video of your performance in perpetuity. That means I can post this anywhere on any site forever and not have to give you anything.
CT, let me tell you something right now. That word came up 3 times in this contract when I signed. So, y'all motherfuckers think you got me forever. You got another thing coming. I saw perpetuity 5 times.
Listen, man.
Perpetuity. I put deodorant on. I don't.
Perpetuity.
Ain't no perpetuity.
What
I put
deodorant?
deodorant on. Ain't no perpetuity.
Yeah,
What
I
you
was
talking
like, man,
about?
hey, I've been.
I sold a show, but separately I did a licensing deal for one of the shows that I sold, and it said perpetuity. I was like, hey, let's talk about that. And they were like, oh, no. It's just, and I'm like, well, it's just
Removed.
written in here. So I know exactly how long. And it became for like a year and a half. And I'm like, I could do that. But in perpetuity on some lifetime, no.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
the contracts are, and you know what's so interesting? They
Fucked
always,
up.
they always
Thank you for letting me know I
hand
fucked
you
up, by the way.
shittiest contract.
Yeah.
So if you don't read it, it's kind of like ends up being your fault. But it's like, if you don't know and you're eager and all this stuff, you're gonna get screwed over.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the guy who did Squid Games.
Oh, don't break my heart.
That
Yeah.
was so heartbreaking.
He got touched.
900 million views, I think, or more than that.
He definitely got more than that.
No,
Damn.
like, yeah, definitely more than that. And you're telling me, and you know that's another thing that streaming services do. They don't even show you how many streams, just so that they can hold up. That's messed up. That's messed up. That's evil.
But if you own Netflix, is it messed up? I mean, if you own the motherfucking Netflix, is it messed up for you?
You getting paid in perpetuity.
Right now, do you
Say
own
right now,
Netflix?
if I own Netflix,
whose side you on?
let me tell you something. If
Whose
I own
side you on?
Netflix, I would have been
I
like,
don't
let me
wanna
tell you
play the
something.
devil's
You
advocate right
perpetuity motherfuckers. I own you. Get out of my fucking face.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Because if it wasn't for these creative minds, there would be no Netflix.
They know that.
No, exactly. So pay. If you know, then pay.
But aren't we starting our own shit? Aren't we? Everyone. Aren't we doing our own thing? Like with YouTube, dropping our own stuff?
That's the thing. It
We're
goes back
going
to-
that way, right?
That's still the Wild Wild
And
West.
Yeah.
YouTube still owns.
YouTube.
Perpetuity.
Well, the thing is that with YouTube,
They own. Wait, hold on, because I got 3 clips that are killer right now. Perpetuity. All right.
but YouTube also like pays you how much for every 1,000 view?
Yeah, they don't pay you a lot. They don't do a lot.
Like $2 every 1,000 view. Before it
Yeah.
used to be a lot of money, and then
It used to be Facebook pays the most, but I will say that YouTube does something that I haven't seen any other company do, and that is,
in perpetuity. No, I'm sorry.
Dude,
Okay,
yeah, you
okay.
burnt that out.
let's say you make an amount of money on YouTube in a month, right? Let's create the number being $15,000.
Okay.
Let's say you make $15,000, you get a video that goes crazy, and the next month it's still at 15,000. It's up to your decrease in content output for it to decrease.
Right.
So it stays there. Whereas other sites, if you post a video and let's say you make even $1 million, when that next month starts on day one, it's zero. And you got to work your way back up. So YouTube is at least good in that regard.
Oh wow.
So what's gonna happen?
Hold on, before we stray too far.
Yeah.
The reason we want to bring up the Bob Iger thing is, like Jesus says, like writers are making money. Not all writers are making money. There's a certain few
Right,
writers, like you'll
right,
get the
right.
like the big Shonda Rhimes. And I'm not attacking her at all. Like
No,
she
she worked her way up
created
there.
content.
Yeah.
She's making
She did
bank.
right.
You know, there's like the Bill Lawrences and stuff, Ted Lasso. Like those are the big time writers. But there's also the writers in the room. The lower level writers who
Right.
aren't making right now on strike, not making any money, so they're not paying their rent,
benefits,
food,
no nothing.
nothing, benefits, like all of that's
Yeah.
on hold right now.
So are we with
So you got a
the
guy
CEO
like
or
Bob
not?
Iger who's going like, oh, they're being unrealistic, and the longer the strike goes, the worse it gets for those guys.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this dude just signed an extension for $30 million
Right.
to stay with Disney. So who's unrealistic? Like he's got the money. They got the money. These big networks, these
If
big
they
streamers.
gave in all the way, and this is what I learned, if they gave in to the writers and the actors every demand, it still wouldn't affect their bottom line.
Yep.
So right now you're dealing with greed, which is unfortunate, man.
Well, this is why
Well,
you
they're
know.
all trying to get to the moon. You know what I mean? They got their own little
I
agendas.
mean,
they got
that's
their
what
own
it is.
projects.
Well, that's when it's like an excessive, like that's when it's an excessive capitalism. When it's
Yeah.
like it's excessive, like you can see it. It's so black and white where they're like, I am not going to give you nothing, but it's like, bro, you're not even coming up with the stories.
Yo, do you think the more money you get, the weirder you start getting?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
For sure.
Because you
Like-
don't have to come out the house.
Right.
Oh, that's
People
true.
get weird when you don't come out the house.
Right, and then people like just delivering stuff to you all the time.
Yeah.
So it's
Pandemic
like,
made all of us weird, bro.
yeah, for real.
I
I'm
was
still a little
yeah,
weird
I was
off
gonna
that.
go into that. I'm gonna jump into that Jonah Hill. Did you see that Jonah Hill text? The
Do you
DM
think that? Do
he
you
sent
think
his
that
girl?
that money is the thing that made him? Yeah, I think so. It made
You know
him
what I mean?
weirder.
Because he's kind of I feel like he was like a down to earth dude. You know what I mean? When he was chubby going through his thing, and like he just felt like, cause keep it real, that guy he wasn't fucking. But after Superbad, he was fucking. You know what I'm saying? And he started like, he obviously, was smashing, but
Yeah.
like when you smash a bad bitch, you get insecure, and I think that's what happened to him, because he realized that a bad bitch likes you like in the moment.
Yeah.
And then when that moment passes, that bad bitch is gonna do what bad
before
bitches
we read
do
the text,
and break your heart.
Gene,
And I
scroll
think
up.
that he's had that so many times that now he has a list of things that he wants from a girl.
So, but here's the thing.
Like to Jesus' point, like
I'm being real.
super bad. He was a chubby kid, striped shirt. Now look at him. He's dressing like a drug lord in Miami Vice.
He looks
and he got his girl in the same outfit.
He looks like a lesbian that moved to Hawaii. Let me tell you right now. This motherfucker right here. Yo.
Clay, CT, you a married man. You and your wife ever wear
and
matching
he has her
suits?
dressed just like him
We
too.
will
Now that I look
never
at,
wear matching
There we
suits.
go.
no,
We
but
don't
you
wear
know
matching
what?
outfits.
They didn't even just match in color. It's the exact outfit. He should have put on the list like, if you can't wear the same stuff I'm wearing,
It's almost like
then
a
we
cult.
can't even
It's
be
like
together.
a cult. We gotta wear the
Yeah,
same
he's
thing.
like
running
Jonah
a
Hill
cult for
smells like
sure.
sunscreen for
He's
some
running,
reason.
but you know what I would say? Well, and maybe some of the comments might rip me up for this, but what I do appreciate is that he has a list.
No,
No,
don't.
I do appreciate that
What?
because if I'm dating him and he has that list, I'm gonna go, no, thank you. Block, goodbye. Then I'm not your partner. Because right
okay.
there he says it. He
So
goes,
let's read some of these demands.
These
Yeah,
are
yeah,
my
read some demands.
boundaries.
Read
Plain
some
and
of the
simple.
demands.
If you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you.
We
Okay.
can't be friends, girl. No, I'm joking.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But this is
but
what
that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
saying.
You know how many times this has happened to him?
Now,
Bro,
hold on.
When
Let
he-
me just say something. Let me say something.
When he said surfing with men,
No,
like
no, no,
they're,
let me
are they
say
already in the
something.
water or are they going together? He's got to
a good
clarify that.
Let me say something. What I appreciate about this text message is that a lot of men don't do this, right? So the women are in these relationships suffering for long periods of time because out of nowhere he'll just be like, he'll just start an argument with you because of this, that, and the third. And you're in this miserable relationship because you think it's gonna change or you think it's gonna get better. He's saying, I'm not gonna change. I'm crazy, I'm insecure. And if this is not the cult that you want to be part of, then goodbye. You know what I'm saying? You're giving me the option to walk away. I'm like, that's a red flag. Thank you. I don't want anything to do with you. Versus a lot of dudes, they hide it. They, that's how they manipulate. They gaslight. They say, "Oh no, I never said this."
Name names, Sasha. Name names.
And then you're suffering for years versus getting a text where you're like, "I'm crazy."
But yeah, dude, that guy's a wild, insecure dude, you know?
Yeah, he's
Because when
very
I saw him,
insecure.
I was like, damn, I went through the same shit in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like I sent that message in middle school, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm also not a
And
fan
then
of
on
people
top-
screenshotting, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah,
on.
that's
At
what-
what
that's
point?
fucked up too.
He approached her knowing that she's a surfer. So you're an idiot trying
Yeah,
to
that's what I was
think
gonna
that
say. Is
you're
she
gonna
a surfer
change
and a
her.
model? Because those are the two things up there that I was like, wait, was she modeling and surfing before you?
Right.
You met her as a surfer
You
and a
can't change her
modeler.
if you
Yeah.
met her that way. Yeah.
He did her a
But that's
favor
what I'm
for sure. He
saying.
did
Like,
her a
he's not-
favor. She could let go now. You can let go, sweetie.
what would your Jonah Hill list be?
Be honest, because you don't see me mad.
Yo, all right. That's what I'm saying.
Hold up.
I
We gotta-
knew you was crazy.
Listen, we gotta
Go on,
clip that up. We
I
just
knew
saw
you-
Sasha's crazy.
Yo,
in,
bring
in
it
real
back. Can we
life.
rewind the bun?
She said what I needed, and then she evil laughed. You don't want to see me mad.
No, you
Yo!
I knew you was full of shit. I see the craziness when I fucking you walk
All
in the door.
episode, she was hitting us with TED Talk hands like she was like,
No,
listen,
no,
I'm
no. I
educated, I'm
promise you.
stable, and then she
No,
just went,
because the mad that I am is like you've never existed, and that's even worse. I
Sasha
swear
could
to
never
God.
be the
Whatever.
Incredible Hulk.
Eric,
She
Eric,
be
what's yours? What's your
green
list?
all the time.
What's your list, Eric?
No, I'm not giving you my list because then you're gonna sit there and make fun of the list.
Hey,
It's
if
a
it's,
zesty list.
if it's zesty, say that. Just say that.
Zesty list.
Shit. If it's zesty, just say that.
You want-
Your list has an
better
accent.
than
It's
me.
like, and I need you to what I need is that what type of lotion you use. Like, I just feel like it's gonna be
you-
something.
I apologize, CT. I
If you
apologize for
using
my
body
co-host.
splash,
Body splash.
as perfume,
Like he goes to
you
girls and
cannot
person be like,
my
use
bitch.
this, girl. I can't.
Girl, I
can't, bitch.
can't.
What I fucking hate that if it's a problem, say it's a problem.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
act
yeah,
like
yeah.
it ain't a problem. Hold that shit in. And I hear that shit like a week ago, and I'm like, what? We could have fixed it back then.
fixed it.
Yeah.
And why you building it up?
Why you building it up?
And this is why it wasn't fucking because of this problem that I could have fixed and we could have plugged that day. God damn.
Great
Yeah.
point.
So please, if there's a problem, speak up. Be an adult and just speak up.
Oh.
Work through it.
Because
Say
one
it,
of my
say it,
love
say it.
languages is words of affirmation. So it's
nice.
like it's gotta be
Words of
if you're-
affirmation?
Yeah, words
What's
of
that?
affirmation. It's
What's that
like,
mean?
oh, look at your shoes. Your shoes are
love your
amazing,
shoes,
Jesus.
yeah.
That's all. Hold on. What did you say it's called?
Affirmation.
Words of positive affirmation.
Words of positive. He takes that to me because words
Hey,
of
Zeus is
positive.
going home with affirmations and
That's all I've been
perpetuity.
asking for.
Baby, he's gonna go home. He's gonna be like, babe, can I get affirmation in perpetuity?
No, did you hear this man? He goes, words of positive, words of positive. No, he said words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Yes.
Let me tell you something right now. That's all I've been saying. That's all I've been asking for. Thank you for saying that. Can I get a compliment in this motherfucker? Like, you know what I mean? Can I get a, hey, that
Yo,
was
you
good?
know what?
I need that. I need someone to tell me.
In perpetuity.
This is good. Oh, you made that? That was delicious. My girl be walking out like the sandwich wasn't good. I was like, did you like the sandwich?
Did you
And
like
she's
it?
just like, okay. What the fuck does mean? And that just fucks with me. I need a fucking, I need words like amazing, the best I've ever had. I'm like, oh, bitch, I love you too.
Another story we got is Keke Palmer's boyfriend.
Woo!
Now,
Let me
I
tell you
don't-
something.
like, he don't even have
Yeah.
a name.
And
tell you
yeah, let me know. Because
Palmer's
I don't know what's
boyfriend.
going on.
All right,
What's
all right,
happening
go
with
ahead,
this?
go ahead. I
So
wanna hear this.
Keke Palmer was on stage with Usher in Vegas, I believe.
The king.
I want to see a picture if you guys have it.
Do we have the video of him singing to her? Singing
Oh,
to
I
her?
know. Yeah, I know who
She
she
looks
is.
better now. After
God damn, she look good.
She look
That
good.
baby did her a favor.
That's true, man. I've seen some skinny girls get kids and they come out with like,
That's
now you
how
look good.
80% of them are.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
What
now you got the right weight.
Maybe 85.
80%
It
of
might be
skinny
85.
bitches, as soon as they pop out.
So
a
she's
baby,
on stage with
hips,
him. Usher
and they
singing
don't
to
lie.
her. She's got an outfit that's a little revealing, but it's not like she's not looking trashy.
No. Elegant as always. She had them cheeks showing. That's the only difference.
And
I need to see cheeks.
So there's the outfit right
Oh,
there.
and I think she posts like all of it. She shows that one, and then she shows a little butt.
Like, I need to see it.
All
Yeah.
I'll say is this, right?
And he comments under it. Thank you for coming.
Let me tell you something. When you post a
Yeah.
comment after something like that, that's when you know she's still on his mind the day after.
Oh,
So he had an issue with it.
Oh, okay, here we go.
There you go.
God
And that
damn.
body.
They weren't out. There's this
Nah, they
fabric.
had
First of
a
all-
little- they had a little curtain. They had a little curtain.
I didn't know the trunk was that
A
big.
see-through-
God
a see-through
damn.
curtain.
Usher is feeling right there.
Yeah.
And then the boyfriend had some issues about it.
Look,
And he went online. He
This
didn't
is how I
call
feel
her.
about-
He didn't text her. He online. He said, "Look at this."
Really?
He said, what did he say? He's like, you're a mother. But you're a mother. The outfit, though, you're a mother.
It's the outfit though. You a mom.
Wow.
And it was like, yo, come on, man. First and foremost, as a man,
Yes. Here we go.
as a man,
go.
beyond if you have a child with this woman or not, if you were in a relationship with a woman, you do not go online to
Right.
publicly embarrass or say anything against your woman. That is a conversation reserved for you guys in private at home. So for him to have said that was extremely disgusting. It was also, come on, man, this woman gave you a child, and you about to just say this in front of the world to see. That annoyed me.
Damn.
yeah.
How would you
Yeah.
handle that, Jesus?
Oh, come on, man. Like every Latino. I want to talk to you inside. Like, you know what I mean? We just, Latino dads, they go inside the room and they hear it inside the house. You know what I mean? But outside, they don't. They be cool and shit.
It's private.
You know-
Okay. No, have a good time. They have a drunk wife like, ah! It's like, okay, déjala. That's when you know she fucked up. When he starts telling everybody, it's okay, compadre, everybody calm down. Because when I get home, you see the next part, he's over there for like a Jehovah Witness. All the way down. Like, not even
Latinos will
moving.
do that shit
Yeah.
in private. Like we do not publicly
Yeah.
throw our shit.
Yeah,
Remember as a kid getting whooped like in private, like we be out in public. My mom, come in, dressing room, and you'd be like, okay, are we trying something on?
We tried something.
You know what
on.
it
You get
was?
your ass whooped in
No.
the dressing room and you had to be quiet because she didn't want anybody here.
Yes.
And you just had to come out like you didn't get your ass whooped.
Oh, for sure. But you know what? I think what happened was he had the discussion at the house. He felt like he wasn't being heard. She wasn't listening to him. He's like, hey, why are you wearing that? He's like, shut up, why are you insecure at that? And he felt so frustrated. He was in the bathroom like, oh, I'm gonna put this online, and that's probably what happened. I
Also,
guarantee
you don't
it.
own this woman, bro. Like, even if you were to,
Damn.
a lot of people were like, yo, you saying this and she's the mother of your child, but she's not your wife. Even if she was his wife, he doesn't own her. So it's like, there's a way to handle every situation.
You think he was cool as she was leaving? Like, oh, girl, you look good. And what bothered him was Usher just, yeah, like that's what bothered him.
I ain't gonna lie. If I saw that pose in my girl's picture and then he was doing Usher was, I would have been a little nervous.
Are you ready for this?
That's when you get uncomfortable. Like,
That's right.
Are you
like-
ready for this?
Huh?
I'm uncomfortable if my girl is wearing that and Usher doesn't choose to sing to her.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, ooh, I make a bad decision.
Damn, what do you mean?
This is a
Like,
compliment.
no reason.
Usher picked my
hold on,
girl
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to sing to. This is the king.
Think too, if he didn't write anything, everybody would have forgotten about it because How many times has Beyonce worn something like that? And Jay-Z don't be like, you're a mom.
If Usher would have danced on her and she would have reached for his dick or something like that, or like did something like twerked on him and like tried to kiss him or whatever, then it's like, hey, baby girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this was innocent. Usher was respectful. Your lady was respectful.
Yeah.
She didn't lift up the dress to show the cheeks. Cheeks was looking great.
Yeah.
And you got this audacity? Come on, man.
She looked good. Listen, if he never would have tweeted anything, nobody would have been talking about it. They would have been like, oh, she looked great. She went to Usher's party. It was dope. Boom.
After this commercial break, we're going to come back and we're going to have Silver Tooth of the Week, all right? Stick around. Don't go nowhere. Kick back. So I said, I'm going to get my revenge. And the whole time I'm like, I'm going to kick him in the fucking chest.
Okay.
I just don't know when. He's in it. Everybody's cheering him on. And I just fucking deliver a kick. And he just like, he couldn't breathe. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Yo, welcome back. And right away, we're going to jump straight to it. My favorite segment. This is the Silver Tooth Kid of the Week. Do you know what Silver Tooth Kid? You know about Silver Tooth Kid?
No.
Oh, dude, you know what's up, man. You've seen these kids. These kids who just
Oh,
have
a silver tooth. Oh, the cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
everyone who has any kid that has that is a wild boy.
Oh, that's a horrible child.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I was one of those kids. You know?
Oh,
I
man,
had some
that
of the
makes so much sense.
Yeah,
Right,
dude, I was
right,
that
right,
guy.
right.
Like I was in
I
the
love
back
that he
of the
was not
class.
surprised though. He said, "Yup."
Yeah, I was fifth grade mooning teachers, all kinds of shit, man. I was a wild boy. Check this.
Okay, first of all, it's already starting off in a headlock, so it's
Yeah.
not good.
That can't be good.
Dude, we got two Silver Tooth. We got a 2 for 1. Let's see. All right, dude, look at he's crying. Look at his face.
Yeah.
That was my face.
Let it go! I'm not hiding in him, dummy.
That's my childhood right there, dude. All my cousins. Wow! That's what he gets.
Let it go!
That's what he gets. He gets smacked. I mean, come on. We've all had that one relative who tried to play with us like that, and then we just had enough. You know? We just had enough,
Yo.
and we smacked the shit out them, right?
Good for him.
But let me tell you, he's a better man than my cousins. My cousins would whoop my ass.
Well,
after
no,
that
he knows
slap.
the camera's on. That's
camera's
why
on.
he's smiling. He's like,
Oh, I'm going to get his ass. Yeah,
once
I'ma
that
get his
camera's
ass.
down, he's gonna whoop that kid's
That's
ass.
a fact.
Yes, dude.
Look at the face right there.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, I'm not doing nothing. He's like, get off me.
So my cousin, we would play video games. We would play Mario Kart, 10 to 64, right?
Classic.
And he would just like, when I would beat him, he was older, so he didn't like the fact that I was just focused. At this point, I didn't talk to anybody. I was in. You know what I mean? I was just fucking trying to beat him because he kept winning me. He always did that cheat when you go up a hill and then he just hops over the fence. And I'm like, fuck. And I finally got it. And he missed it. And I'm beating him. I'm getting excited. And in one of those, he just fucking just covers my face. And they're covering my face. And I'm just like, no. And I look up. By the time I look up, I lost. I was pissed.
That's
so
dirty.
I was like, all right. So I passed the control. Pásala, hey, the next. You know, it was like, so I said, I'm going to get my revenge. And the whole time I'm like, I'm going to kick him in the fucking chest.
Okay.
I just don't know when. I don't know.
Wait, how old are
he's
you?
vulnerable.
How old
He's-
are you?
He's in the floor. Well, dude, I'm like fucking what, third grade maybe? Anyway,
Oh my
he was like in
God.
middle school, you know what I mean? And he was crisscross
Silver-tooth
applesauce.
kid.
So I was like, I'm close to the door, to the exit. I'm going to kick the shit out of his fucking chest and then run out. I just didn't know when. I'm waiting for the right time. He's in it. Everybody's cheering him on. And I'm just waiting. And I just fucking deliver a kick. And where the air out, like, you know, like, and everybody, he just like, he couldn't breathe. And everybody's like, what the fuck? I run out. And I just, you know, I'm passing my uncles, hopping over everybody, drinking and shit. Hey, what happened? Todo bien? What happened? And then you see him run out, grabbing his chest. We never snitched on each other. The adults grabbed us, like, hey, what's going on? Talk to us. And we're like, no, nothing. No, we're just playing tag. It's like, oh, let them be. He fucking caught up to me. He whooped my ass so bad. He spit in my face.
Ooh.
They took like, you know, little nuggets and they'll put it in my forehead. And they would just slap me around. And this happened every time we hung out. He wouldn't let it go for like a week.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, tell me.
Was
Do I see a
there-
therapist? Yes.
In your,
No.
in your mind, before you decided to kick him,
Yes.
did an option ever come across your mind to say, let me also cover his eyes back?
No. Because I wanted
Yeah, you
pain.
went overboard.
I wanted
Went
I
overboard.
wanted a punch. It was like, no, this is violence. This is violence now.
Okay.
It's like, fuck the eyes. This is like years of abuse. You know what I mean? I'm going to hit him. And it was like a Jean-Claude Van Damme kick. You know what I mean? It was one of
Yeah, it
those
was
that
a
it
lot.
was
You
just
could've
like
killed him.
like, bah! And then this motherfucker just got hit in the chest. And I just, and I was like, and now run. My head is like, run. So
So you played
it was
Mario Kart
satis-
in real life
Right.
and
Yeah,
lost.
it was
Yeah.
so much satisfaction. But it's like, even to this day, like when we're in like get-togethers, there's still like this weird tension between us because he knows I kicked him in the fucking chest, and then he'll never forget about that.
Wow.
Know? Even though he's done more stuff than me, he's farted in my face, pinned me down.
Yeah, you know, so much of you right now.
So you telling me that after a while you just let him beat you up? That's what happened.
Because you know what, that kick was worth it.
Nah.
What's he doing right now?
No, what do you
life?
mean? Let him with. You
let
think
him
I
beat
let
you
him?
up. You let him.
Wait,
beat
hold
you
on.
up,
What's he
bro.
doing right now with his life?
Yeah,
That dude.
where he-
Great
You know what's he's serving the country, so I'm afraid of it. We got the right guy serving the country. He's over there
know what?
fucking
All right.
pinning people over there and farting in their faces now. I was like, thank God, we got the right guy.
Grab one
And
of
you're
the
a
guns.
comedian,
I don't
so
need
that-
a
so I
gun.
guess
I don't need a gun. He's like,
just
Actually, I
ate
got
cheese.
you winning because you're a comedian
So
and
he's
he's
in
knows
the
how to torture
military.
him. You know, he knows how to torture
He's got
people.
good posture. I'm starting to see where the hate's coming from. He's
Yeah,
a guy with good posture, clean cut.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
look like
Okay,
Eric.
relax.
They-
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
Did he
introduce y'all,
fold
so
his
maybe
leg
y'all
like
can
this?
date. Your both says the asses. How about that?
Both says.
Yeah,
Take
but
you on a date,
I mean, y'all
both
never
says.
got back at an older cousin bullying you?
Well, here's the thing, man. All my cousins were girls. I'm like the only boy in my family, so it's like I had to
Shit.
find a different way to get back at girls. Like they would break my toys, and I would literally try and think of ways to like get back at them.
Yeah,
And then I hit a growth spurt, and they just became nice. But
Oh, okay.
I still had the damage done, so I'm like, I can't do anything. But
Oh,
I
I
wish
got
I
you.
could have done something.
Did they ever, dude? Did you ever get like the whole like you got to go chaperone their dates?
No, because they are older than me, so I had to be. When boys start coming around, they would ask me to like lie for them or whatever. And you know,
Ooh, yeah,
when you're
yeah.
the chubby kid, you just want snacks. You're like, all right, bring me something back to eat. You know what I mean? They'd be
Yeah,
like, okay.
yeah.
So I would have like cookies and shit, but other than that, nah.
Wait, so they were older than you and they would break your toys?
Yeah, one of my I had a
What?
Green Ranger toy, and they broke the legs. And thought it was hilarious.
How much older?
About 3.5 years, but you got to remember, 10 and 13 is a big difference.
Yeah, you're
when
still-
you're 10
you're
and
still
13.
childish.
I've never
yes.
heard of girls being like, "Oh, look at my little brother. What a loser. Let me break his toy." Brah, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
them
Nah,
different
I was-
sisters. Because my sisters would have been so caught up with boys, like
Mm-hmm.
they would just be like, "I don't even have time for this."
Those were my cousins. My older sister, she didn't. So this was when I visited my dad for the summer. So it was like my older stepsister,
Oh, okay,
my
okay,
cousin,
okay.
and
Got
That makes
you.
sense.
that.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if this was my sister, oh, she'd have beat their ass.
Yeah.
I was ready to fight for you, dude.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Dude, I would torture my older cousins. I would torture them when they do the whole like everybody. Remember back in the day when the boy bands were out and all the cousins were mimic or do the dance.
Yeah.
That they seen in the boy band videos. They do the dance and they do like a show like in the whole like you know at the hangouts, the barbecues, right? They'll one of them had the CD, so they'll just rehearse and practice. And my job was to ruin the show. That was my job.
Who made this your job?
I made this my job because
Okay.
I there's something about happiness. I just wanted to ruin
Something
it.
about happiness.
I was just like, yo, why are they having such a great time? And like, no one's thinking about doing this.
You hired
So,
yourself?
Yes. So I would
Wait,
just
do you
be by
go
the
to- do you go to
boombox
therapy?
and
How did
just
you
press
have that
play.
conversation? You was looking at yourself, okay, so I'm gonna hire you to.
Yeah, I'll get
destroy
my little cousins
Yes,
involved.
got
I'm
it.
like, we're gonna press
Hold on. Do
play.
you go to therapy once a week or twice a week?
Twice a week.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
working through my
Okay,
demons.
okay.
I'm working through my
Tuesdays and
demons. Yeah.
Cool.
But I didn't get invited to a couple of weddings, so it's fine. You know what I mean? I get it. I know what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was fun. It was fun times. I had a childhood, Eric, not like you that talked to himself in the mirror.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You look like a talker.
I had a childhood.
I don't know,
I kicked
you
him
look
right
like
in
a-
the chest, and it was my job to ruin
I
fun.
don't
What
know.
kind of childhood is this?
My
This does not
childhood.
sound like a good childhood.
My childhood.
Oh, don't X out. Check what's coming up after this commercial break.
So the way that you handle a bad chick is act like you've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta act like this is not your first one, and they will sense that.
All right, we're gonna go off to my next segment, my favorite segment called Pero Cada Quien. That's where we answer listener mail, comments, DMs, text, whatever you send in. And luckily, we got expert CT with us in the house
Pero
because
cada
we don't know
quien.
what the hell we
Pero,
saying with the advice.
Say it again.
Pero cada quien.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you
What does it mean?
It means like.
To each his own.
To each
Oh,
his own.
nice.
We give advice, and sometimes it's good advice, sometimes it's not. But we don't claim to be experts, so
I get
you
it.
can take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, trust me.
Liam, what do we got?
All right, here it is. Hey, G's, I just broke up with my boyfriend of 7 years.
Oh, slut.
I'm
No, I'm kidding. I had to say, I'm sorry. Let's go for it. I'm just kidding.
I apologize, listeners.
I'm friends with a lot of his friends and don't want to lose them in the process. What's the rules
I take it back.
of a breakup?
I like the
nowadays?
threesome question you had before, but okay, this one.
Yeah.
What are the rules of a breakup nowadays, man?
Like,
Leave
are
him
you,
alone.
when you're done with everything about her, right? Her
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
the hangout, everything is gone, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you
Yeah.
see it? It's gone. They're cut off. That's it.
Yeah, you got. I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you guys are broken up, you got to kiss them friends goodbye because, as you said, they're his friends, as well. So it's like, yo, just start with your fresh slate. Hit the friends that he wouldn't let you hang around when y'all were together.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a family. Like if you break up with someone and you were dating them, you have to get rid of the family. I mean, there's sometimes where there's some relationships where people are still friends with the family and stuff like that, but it's not common. It's not a common thing. Like it's mostly like
trust me, you
break up with that, you break up with the family. But there's a lot of people that stay in relationships because they love the family more.
Yeah, I was not ready to leave this one girl, and I just
Because of her family?
nah for the friends. Like, and I just didn't want to break up.
Yeah.
I would. We all had that breakup where I didn't want to break up, and this person's like, yeah, we're not seeing eye to eye. I'm like, bitch, you're not, and we can get glasses. Like, what do you need? Like, you need to see eye to eye, and then. So I wasn't ready to let go. This is the first breakup that I wasn't ready to.
You were standing
move
outside
on.
her window with a boombox.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
No,
So,
we can work it out.
yeah, I had a car, but I would go stalk her a little bit and just be like, follow her at work and just be like, we just need to talk. She's not answering the message. Just talk to me. It was like and the more she pushed me away, the more I was like, no, I need to talk. Just talk.
Yo, this is like Latino Hitch. Like,
Yeah, I'm telling you,
it's
I'm telling you.
horrible. It's
And
bad.
so I was like, all right, bitch, if you're not gonna talk to me,
what did I
I'm
do
gonna be
wrong?
friends with your friends, so I'm gonna force to like be around your world.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
kinda
like was in
creepy.
my I'm not saying it wasn't. Hello.
There's
yes.
a lot of girls that do that though.
Wait, hold on.
You know, they keep saying that men and women are so different, but this is like such a woman thing. Women do this stuff.
Yo, she just called you a
100%.
girl to your
Like,
face.
no,
dude.
no,
100%.
no. But
100%.
men do the same thing as
Yeah.
women.
Yes.
It's just like
It's
How
cool.
old were you?
Thank you for saying. I was gonna say thank you for saying that. I was 20 years old. Can you relax?
Damn, you were so zesty.
I was.
Damn.
No. Let me tell you something right now.
With your zesty ass. Let me just talk to you.
Prince
Let me
Zest.
just talk. Come on, let me just explain. Can we talk? Please. So zesty, dude. So thirsty.
Can we
It's better.
talk?
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
you
what's
go?
better? Going into your room and writing in a journal? That's exactly what you probably did. I
No.
guarantee
Wait,
it.
look at you.
I
Who
guarantee
hurt
it.
you?
No, you didn't hurt me. No one hurt me.
you?
You ain't hurt me. No one hurt.
You
No.
should have. If you
Can-
see a picture of her, you'll shit yourself. She was that bad. She was hot. It was one of those like it was a bad bitch. I had a Jonah Hill moment.
Was it your first one?
Yes,
Oh,
that's what I'm
that's hard.
saying. You know what I mean? It was the first one that it's like
They got to teach
bad
classes
bitch.
on your first bad bitch.
And she was older. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the thing. People don't
First
understand.
bad
What's
bitch
the
101.
rules?
Your
What's the
first bad-
rules?
So here's the thing, man. When you say it,
Thank you.
I'll tell you the first bad bitch that I had, and I'll tell you the rules. The first bad one I had was out here in LA. I was 21. She was maybe 30, right?
That's what I'm
30
saying,
or
they're older.
33.
They know what's up.
But she had money. Like she had one of those.
Thank you.
She was the first woman that she was like, yo, I'm at the Mondrian, which is a very pricey hotel at the time, I think. And I went to the hotel and we had fun. And then the next day she went to work and it was a $100 bill on my pants. And I was like, hey, you left some money.
Yeah.
You
Damn,
left
she
your
give me a
money
tip.
on my pants. She was like, oh, yeah, that's just for you to get a cab home. I was like, little do you know, bitch, I'm getting on the bus and pocketing the rest of the bread.
Yeah,
I am
duh.
walking,
Yeah.
and I just made $100.
But when she ended things, it was so abrupt. She was going through stuff in her life. I think she had lost a close family member.
Damn.
And like during that time, I didn't know how to be there for her. I wanted to be, but I had never really experienced loss.
Yeah.
So anyway, we stopped kicking and I was just like, hey, what's up? Like, let's hang out. I want to see you.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I'm busy, but we'll catch up at some point. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to catch up at some point. What's going on? Like,
yeah.
you just don't know. So the way that you handle a bad chick is act like you've been there before. You got to act like this is not your first one. And they will sense that.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my,
Also, like, I think it should be just know this isn't forever. Have fun while it's there. Just don't. Because the thing is, you think, oh, this is it. That's found by the one.
Nope.
I stopped talking to friends. I'm focusing on this. Like, I'm giving her whatever she wants. It's like, nah, just enjoy it. This ain't forever. When she stops answering, that was it. Accept
Well,
it.
yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
It's done. That was it. You know what I mean?
Hopefully you got some video so you can live
Yeah,
by
but
that.
it's something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Something you can look by it and be like,
I feel like
damn.
this became a therapy session for Jesus. He goes,
I know,
yes,
exactly.
yes, CT.
It took me a while. It took me a couple years to fucking delete all those videos. I'm like, all right,
No, you
know
don't
what? I
delete
gotta
'em.
delete this sex tape.
No, you keep them
I
when
had
you get
to.
older.
I had to
You
move
look
on,
back.
or else I wasn't gonna let it go. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
following this bitch way too much. That's it. I
Is it
gotta
the
let it
same
go.
for guys?
But you said
I
it.
gotta let it go.
Is
Huh?
it the same for guys?
With what?
Like a 10? Like if you're dating an NBA player?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly,
I'm so bad. I don't
damn
know.
well. You guys some good thing. You're just like, oh, okay, cool. I get it. Like, yeah, you're busy.
you
It's
know,
fine.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I grew up with 6 brothers. I know I keep saying that it's like a broken record, but my brothers were like a very attractive men, and I've seen women like how they were like, oh, like I remember seeing my brothers just get women to do things a certain way that when I would see an attractive dude, it wouldn't register to me. Like because my brothers were like the dudes that girls were going. Like I'm talking about some girl was stalking my brother for 10 years. Okay, I'm talking about a girl lit a door on fire for one of my other brothers. I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about. Like, and the girls just thought that they were good looking, and I was like, ew. If this is what good looking men do, and I'm related to these motherfuckers, it never really registered to me.
So you're not with good looking dudes?
I do get with good looking dudes, but I never like. Well, I'm in a relationship right now.
He's not a good looking dude. But he's not a good looking dude.
Okay, he good looking dude.
Because you just told us, you just hit us with an MLK speech like, I don't see good looks.
About dating.
I see the content of their character.
Whoop his ass.
I can never say nothing.
Yeah, whoop his ass.
No, I'm just saying like dating wise, like I was just like. I kind of be like whatever about it, and then I had to block somebody because they were stalking me.
You wouldn't find you out in the streets.
No, you wouldn't.
Like you don't. You know how that's another thing. Really beautiful women.
Get lucky.
You ever been at the deal?
No,
RSVP if you want to get with me. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
You got to be at like some
stop.
event or some exclusive house party to meet like really beautiful women outside of it. Like, oh, she's at the gas station. Like to be around bad chicks, you got to be around other bad chicks. It's like the episode of Seinfeld. You got to be invited into that. And you're not just going to see a Sasha in the wild.
Yeah, and if
well, you ain't never been to the Bronx.
Yeah, and if
Yeah,
you
well-
all over.
You're talking
Jerome.
about they might look like me, but they will cut you. And
Yes.
they will like beat your ass up.
Yes.
I will not
Jonah
do
Hill
that.
will not date them.
In the acting world, there's some very beautiful women. Very beautiful. But
Insecure.
yes, but when you get into the social media world, they eclipse these actors so great. It's like an 80% difference on how beautiful these regular women are that you would never run into if you weren't in that world.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Just watch CT sketches. I always text
you're
him like,
And
yo.
that's the
CT,
thing.
I gotta be in a
This
sketch.
is what I would deal with, though. I would deal with dudes that I already knew, like, they were, like, smashing or, like, you know, were dudes that, like, didn't only have me and they were, like, trying to act like, no, you're the only one. You're the only one. I'm like, bro, why you lying? Like, that would piss me off. I'm like, bro, can we just chill and have them? No.
See, that's fucked up.
No,
Well, nobody knows how to
that's
tell the
fucked
truth.
up.
You can't
No,
tell the truth in that
like,
situation.
I'm just
Some of
smashing
us-
you. I'm just smashing you. I'm like, bro.
You see, that's
what
fucked
the-
up.
Poet.
That's
I'm
so
just
stupid.
smashing you.
Yeah,
What
I'm
a
just with you.
gentleman.
I'm like, yo, stop
Girl,
lying.
I'm
Like,
just smashing you.
Time
I
out.
can date other
That's-
people. It's
you
not
see-
that bad. No.
see, Sasha?
I like you. And then that's the thing. That's when it's like, now you're lying, right? Those are the same dudes that wake up and their car is slashed. Those are the same dudes that wake up and see that something happened because you lying. Don't lie. I'm just gonna be like, all right,
what?
I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna.
I think Sasha just admitted to crime
No.
right
Yeah, he
now.
just
admitted to
Those
crime.
are the
Hold
dudes
on,
who
hold
woke
on.
up. They
So when they
car
lie to you-
slashed.
I did not.
You
but
slash car.
Allegedly.
Can I tell you
I
this?
just get better.
Sasha,
I just get better.
the
I focus
truth
on my
is,
goals.
a lot of men can't be honest because what a lot of us crave are different things. There have been
Ooh.
some women we've been with.
Say that again.
We can't be honest because we want different things. So I'll just speak about myself. I need you to love me. I need you to be infatuated with me. And that only comes, well, it's obviously I'm an adult man and I'm married, but it's like before then, it's like I had gotten to a point where I evolved into telling the truth. But before that, you lie because you're like, if I tell you that you're one of many, you're not going to give me the love and attention that I need from you. But if I make you feel like you're the only one, you'll give it all to me.
Right.
So that's why a lot of dudes lie.
Well, that's why you hit him with the list. Like Jonah Hill said, I need you to love me. I need you to care for me. I need you to do all these things.
How does
And
your
if
list
you
look
can-
like?
We have
Eric?
gone off on a tangent. First
No.
of all, this
Hold
poor
on.
person needs advice, the
No.
rules of a breakup, and now we've gone.
Hey,
No.
listen, the advice is, bitch, just let go of everybody.
Yeah, let go of
Let go of everybody.
Our friends.
That's
Period.
how much it was so stupid.
Well,
That's
that is it for our episode before these two spiral out of control.
What? Like,
Hey, Jesus, you got two big words to work on today.
yeah,
Love of
So
affirmation.
we're excited.
And
Big thank you to Clayton
perpetuity.
Thomas for coming by.
Yes, sir. Wait, tell us
Yeah.
everybody. CT.
Saving
I
lives.
hope you have fun. Did you have a good time?
I had a ball. This was really fun.
Can
Thank
you tell people where they can find you?
Yes, CT is dope on everything. At CT he is dope. Check out the Patreon. Come over there. I'm posting everything and anything. I'm starting a new podcast called Flower Sessions, where I'm giving people their flowers for different things that they've done that have impacted my life. So my first guest is my high school drama teacher.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's what's up. Hell yeah.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like the episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, be a friend, tell a friend. Come on, let's get the word out. Let's keep spreading the love.
Yes, sir. Reggaeton horn.
Reggaeton. All right, bye. We reggaeton.
It is hot as